So this last piece is titled Triggers by Bob Reddick. There were lots of wild plums in the fence rows, and when they bloomed, they put out a sweet smell. And there were lilacs on almost every farm. In fact, that big hedgerow over by you has been there forever. And in the springtime, the aroma of the apple trees. When the white blossoms of the honey locusts come in, they're pretty to look at, and fragrant too. But people think of them as nothing more than weeds. At this time of year, everybody's spreading manure, and now it's maybe emptying the pit. It smells like liquid gold because commercial fertilizer costs so much. The rain itself has a really great smell that I'm sure is different in different places. But one of the nicest smells, of course, is hay that's new cut, alfalfa. And then if it's conditioned, crinkled a bit, the smell of hay when it's dry and ready to bale, or a load of hay in the barn if it isn't heating, a load that's dried and stored. With good silage, I have to pick it up and smell it because it's so good. If you are filling silo, a lot of the silage spills out the side, and if you don't clean it up and it rains overnight, then it gets hot and muggy and starts molding. That's a whole nother smell, a bad one, like rancid butter. Rancid butter, but one you'd recognize right away. When you get it on your clothes, it won't come off. But both our families were German. We made silage the same way we made sauerkraut. Dairy farmers back east made it from green corn fodder, and it caught on out here. There's the smell of the dairy barn, summer or winter. We used to milk by hand, so you smelled the milk in the pail, and that had a very nice vapor to it. Even the cows, their breaths could be bad, or it could be pretty good if they are happy. So, a contented barn has its own certain smell too. After the cows go out in the pasture, the manure is loose. It's very fresh, distinctive, mixed with the grass, and they're crushing the grass and lying on it. So when the cows are pasturing, there's a tremendous number of smells that would trigger your memories of this place. We used to have hives up here, and when it was hot, the bees would be fanning. I'd move in close, and the action of their wings would waft the smell of honey from the boxes. There's still some wild plums down in the woods, but very few. They used to be kind of thick in the fence rows. Our neighbor George, instead of cleaning out the fence row, he just moved the fence in a little more, so it came to be about 16 feet wide. So we had to cut that back. We must have grubbed out all the plums when I was in high school, which was bad for the birds, but simplified things. That's where all the plums were. We did save a few, transplanted here in the yard, so I can still breathe in their scent, taste that tart jam. Well, that concludes part 2, and so